What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary video, man. So I appreciate you guys for checking in and watching this video. So we got a fury topic here. I know everybody's been furious about it. You know, the California wildfires have gone from a localized disaster in Los Angeles to a statewide crisis, spreading devastation everywhere. No one is immune. I mean, not everyday folks, not the wealthy, not even Hollywood celebrities. Case in point, actor and director Mel Gibson weighed in with some bold statements about incompetent leadership. But we're going to unpack that and see what's happening with the bigger implications it has for all of us, right? So, first off, let's rewind a bit. Mel Gibson isn't new to controversy. Back during the election season, he made headlines for criticizing Kamala Harris, calling her incompetent and unfit for leadership, right? And now it seems like his words carry even more weight as California grapples with this disaster. California is under attack, in my opinion, literally and metaphorically. And it's not just about national politics. Local leaders are the ones who directly impact our day-to-day lives. And as the fire continues to rage, it's hitting everyone, rich, poor, and famous alike, right? So I want you guys to check out this clip and what Mel Gibson had to say. Let's go, folks.
Joining us now, actor and Academy Award-winning director Mel Gibson, an old friend, a Malibu resident who tragically just lost his home to the Palisades fire. Mel, I was thinking about you when I saw this fire break out. I think I talked to Raymond. I said, is Mel okay? Is his family okay? I instantly thought of you. He said he thought you were okay. And I'm glad you got out. I'm glad your family is safe. But tell us what it was like to be on Rogan's podcast when I guess you learned that your home had been lost.
Well, I didn't learn it was lost. I knew the neighborhood was on fire, then I was in the path. So I was a little tense while I talked to Joe, but he's a guy that can put you at your ease fairly well. So I was doing okay. And I knew that
Mel,
my family was safe and out of harm's way.
Were you able to get possessions that, of course, are really immaterial when you have your family? But I've been to your house. It was an incredible home, beautiful home. But were you able to get anything out of your house?
Not much. A few necessary things. You know, my son I said, just go and grab this and this and this. And he grabbed like 3 things and took off. And then, you know, those are okay. Stuff like passports and a couple of papers and stuff like that. But by and large, everything was just, it looked, when I got there the other day, I went up there yesterday, it looked like Dresden, you know, after Bomber Harris got through with it. Yeah.
Mel,
so nothing left.
For those of us watching this from afar, try to convey to us the feeling of seeing your home, your neighbors' homes, and the community there at such a loss.
I mean, it's tragic. It makes you really sad. I was actually, you know, there are neighbors I have that I was actually looking at them. I felt worse for them than I did for myself. You know, I look at it as a strange mixture of sadness and almost kind of an elation in a sense that I count my blessings, you know, no matter what. These are things, and they may or may not be replaceable, but they're only things, and we're still here, and I just kind of look at it as almost in a weird kind of way a pure.
Well, it's a sobering perspective, right? But let's not forget, this isn't just a natural disaster. There are layers to the situation that we need to explore. Now, here's where things get interesting. Questions are swirling. Was this fire purely accidental, or is there something more sinister at play? Some believe it could be negligence, like the illegal immigrant reportedly caught with a blowtorch. Others think it might be part of a larger, more calculated agenda. Mel Gibson himself has hinted at this, saying California issues often defy logic. For years, we've seen questionable decisions about water management or around water management, infrastructure, and emergency preparedness. And it makes you wonder, are these just mistakes, or is there a purpose behind them? Could someone somewhere actually want California emptied out for some grand plan, right? And then there's the biggest elephant in the room, or the bigger elephant in the room is the leadership, right? Gibson didn't mince words when he criticized those in charge, right? Saying some people were asleep on the job, which you guys will hear in a minute, and now the community is paying the price. But let's check that out before I elaborate even more. Just having a conversation with you guys, giving my authentic thoughts, comments, and perspectives, right?
Purification of, but of course it's very sad, and there were many things, gone in the blaze that I've thought about since. I thought, oh damn, that's too bad. But works of art, photographs, rare books, old books. Some as old as 1600. It's like crazy.
Irreplaceable.
And irreplaceable stuff. Yeah. So it is what it is, I guess. It was only a month ago that the flames threatened us, 200 meters away on the other side. And of course the wind shifted and came in and whipped and got us from the other direction. So it was an interesting.
You've heard the.
Go on.
You've heard a lot of people say a lot of things about these fires. Obviously, the winds were horrific, but they were predicted. I know that last weekend, like Friday, sure. Saturday, Sunday, they said this could be tragic with these winds if any fire starts.
Sure.
Do you believe in what you know so far,
anything
could have happened like this?
Well, one always suspects that this might happen, but one thinks that the resources, and the capabilities of the men and women will be on standby, that they'll be able to cope with any situation that comes up. But apparently, some people were asleep on the job, mainly our leaders there. But, that's something they have to live with. And but that's something that community has to live with, and it's really sad. I mean, I have many friends that are, looking for a place to put a roof over their heads, and kids, and they're traumatized.
But think about it, right? California is one of the largest economies in the world, with massive tax revenues. Yet, when disaster strikes, the state seems woefully unprepared. Where is all the money going is the real question, because it always comes down to the money in my opinion. And it's a question we've been asking, and a lot of people have been asking for years, even Californians, I suspect, with those high property taxes, high taxes that's coming out to check, or their money, I should say, paycheck. But here's the harsh reality. Leadership matters. Whether you're a celebrity or an everyday person, the people you vote for, especially on a local level, shape your life in very real ways. And we've been shouting this from the rooftops, on a campaign trail. Individuals that have been more on a conservative perspective way of being more reasonable when it comes to common sense policy and common sense logic, right? Even with the 2024 election looming, it's more important than ever to hold our leaders accountable, right? California leaders are letting these communities down, from wildfires to water mismanagement to sky-high taxes. It's clear something's broken. And let's not even start with the fire department's budget cuts, another example of misplaced priorities. But let's continue what Mel Gibson had to say.
Someone should answer for it, but we'll see. I think we know who the culprits are. In fact, my son he's a member of the volunteer fire brigade. He sort of interfaces between LA County Fire and people, and they assist them where they can during, before, and after the blaze. And apparently the residents in Corral Canyon caught an arsonist up there. And the guy was all tooled up with fire gear and equipment and stuff like that, and ready to go. And he had been lighting fires, but they corralled the guy in Corral Canyon and gave him to the police. So.
Yeah, apparently
there are people actively going around looking for these conditions. Yeah. Yeah,
apparently, Mel, that individual was never charged. It's a very confusing set of facts, because apparently he was reportedly trying to light things on fire, but It's not the fires, I guess,
yeah.
that they. I mean, it all seems very bizarre. But they have not ruled out that arson could have started the first fire. There's obviously still investigating this, and at the same time, Mel, there are numerous complaints, as you alluded to, that the fire hydrants did not have water or water pressure, and the LA fire chief herself reacted. Watch this.
My stance on this is when a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply. Our firefighters are there to protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped.
Hold on before you pay for yet another.
Use the ad, family. I don't know why I logged into my YouTube Premium. I don't know how this ad popping up. I got to look into that. Sorry, family.
That's my position on this. So if there's no water, I don't know how the water gets to the hydrants.
Mel, reaction to that?
Well, you know, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which it's an insane thing to think.
We all at.
But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be? You know, I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Well, Mel, there's already talk, and we played a couple of sound bites of reimagining the way rebuilding occurs. And obviously there's a great need for high-density housing in California and across the country. That's a big push by the climate folks. And you're already hearing rumblings of that. In this case, like goodbye single-family homes, hello high-density housing.
Yeah. It's pretty scary, and it'll take decades to do that too. It's like even if it, you know, if it's a good idea, which I don't know if it is, but reminds me of the old cattle barons clearing people off the land, you know. But
well, there we have it, folks. It's also interesting how all of a sudden this blaze took a blaze before Trump, 7 days about to be in office. A lot of things that mysteriously took place, you know. And I'm not saying that this is, you know, purposely towards Trump, but we know that this administration, the Biden administration, and more to be more specific, has been doing things on purpose to make Trump spend years of cleaning this mess up when it comes to them trying to sell pieces of the border. Also doing things in regards of, you know, pardoning or letting go and releasing individuals who've been on death row, and just continue to let, you know, crime flourish and run rampant, you know, jeopardizing the public safety of the American people. And then we hear about an arsonist sitting here setting fires and taking a blaze, and we don't know, could this be, we're hearing about natural disaster, but then we're hearing about an illegal immigrant who's never been charged setting fires like it's nothing before and don't even care at the end of the day, because I guess it doesn't benefit him, this illegal immigrant, to be more specific who I'm talking about. I don't know, man, but let's be real. The insurance companies been warned us. They've been pulling out of California for years, predicting the economic collapse in the state. Now here we are with homeowners left stranded, and this isn't just a tragedy, it's just a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call, but I want to know what you guys think. Is this a case of poor planning and leadership, or is there something bigger and more sinister at play? Are celebrities like Mel Gibson right to call out these failures, or do you think there's another side to this story? Let the conversation go down in the comments below. Let me know your guys' thoughts, perspective, comments, and insights. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some value from it. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. On that note, family, peace.